is said that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And today I'm happy that I've taken the first formal step of starting my journey of becoming a more effective communicator. Dear fellow Toastmasters, respected guests, good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Sritanu Chakrabarti. And as you found out, since pronouncing my name Sritanu is not very easy, as it's not a common name, most people tend to break my name into parts. Some of my friends call me Sri, some call me Tanu, and some particularly evil friends call me Tanusri. Please feel free to address me as you wish. I was born and brought up in Kolkata. My father was a banker, my mother is a school teacher, and I have an elder brother who is now settled in London with his family and works for the BBC. I did my schooling from Don Bosco Park Circus in Kolkata. In all modesty, I was an outstanding student. Most of my early days were spent standing outside class, holding my ears in punishment. I joined Ferguson College in Pune for my graduation, where I spent a wonderful 3 years doing all those things which my parents had asked me not to as a hosteler. I did manage to pass out in BSc Zoology, securing a first class with distinction. Now, why BSc Zoology? Well, that's the story for another speech perhaps. After a short gap after college, I moved on to Delhi for doing my MBA from Indian Institute of Foreign Trade. At IIFT, I tried to learn in the span of 2 years what seemed like anything and everything. And at the end of it, I realized I knew nothing. I did work hard in business school. In fact, I worked so hard, I was entrusted with the task of making the most important, the most crucial, the most sought after slide by the audience in every presentation, the thank you slide. The day of formal education being over, I moved from bunking class to banking class. I am a banker by profession. I started my career with Kotak Mahindra Bank in Bombay, then shifted to ICICI and was with them initially in Bombay, and then they sent me to Doha. Very recently, I've joined this bank called Union National Bank. I work as an account manager in the corporate banking division. On the personal front, I've been happily married for nearly 6 years now, and to the same person. Do we have any bachelors out here? Well, for you, especially the gentlemen, a small quote by Socrates: by all means marry. If you get a good wife, you'll be happy. If you get a bad one, you'll become a philosopher. I love reading. In fact, I was quite a bookworm in my early days. Quite literally, in fact, because when I was young, I had the habit of eating paper. Thankfully, I've got out of that habit by now. You know, it's not very easy to chew on a Kindle or iPad. The other passion which I have is traveling. I love to travel all over the world whenever I get the chance, find out a bit about the culture, history of the place, and of course, to know a lot and find out more about the local cuisine and how to make them. I also like cooking and of course eating them too, which perhaps explains the weight. I have been in leadership roles throughout my student days. I was the head boy in school. I was part of the cultural committee in college. And then I was a member of the Students' Council when I was doing my MBA. Public speaking is also not entirely new to me. But at the same time, there are a lot of avenues in which I think I need to improve myself. And in this regard, I feel very honored to have become part of CA Toastmasters. I look forward to your help, your support, and of course the word of the day, benevolence, to help me become a more effective communicator. You know, they say a thing about public speaking, the brain is a wonderful organ. It starts functioning from the day you're born and only stops when you have to deliver a speech in public. I hope none of that will happen to any of you and for me as we go on. I look forward to interacting with all of you in the days to come and to get to know all of you better. Thank you.